Okay, so I just came back from seeing Bohemian Rhapsody, and my wife and I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I mean, it hit every note it needed to hit as far as emotion and what it was trying to convey. There was some really heavy dramatic stuff, but at the same time, it gave you lighthearted, fun moments throughout Queen's history. I really enjoyed all the actors that portrayed the different characters. Um, uh, they looked so much like the real life actors at the end, and this won't be a spoiler, but they do a they show footage and stuff and pictures and kind of recap, what happened later on and da 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 da. And in doing so, you got to see what the real life Queen, all the band members look like. And if you weren't a Queen fan, if you were a Queen fan, you already know what they look like because you've seen them. Or if you had watched the Live Aid performance back in the 80s, then you had seen that. Um, it was just really well done all around. It wasn't a Freddie Mercury movie as much as it was like the whole band. You got to get nuggets from everybody. Of course, Freddie Mercury was the main focus, but you really got a sense of who everyone else was in the band. And it was really fun. One of the actors, about halfway through the film, I whispered over to my wife and I said, "Hey, isn't that the kid who's all grown up now that was in Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, the little kid that held on to the electric fence and got exploded?" Sure enough, we looked at IMDb after the movie was over, and he's all grown up and he's been acting and all that stuff. And he played the bass player, and he looks just like, as an adult, the real bass player for Queen. Um, Mike Myers was in the film, who played the music producer at EMI. And I don't know if he added anything to the film. It kind of took me out of it anytime there were scenes with him in the film. Um, but the music was great. In the beginning, you're in for something special when the 20th Century Fox logo comes up, and it's not the 20th Century Fox fanfare music. They played it, but played it like with Queen guitar and Queen drums and all that. And so you had a sense that, like, okay, this is something different. This is something special. It reminded me of the original. I think it was the Cannonball Run, where the 20th Century Fox logo came up and you had the beams of light, going like this while the music's going. Then all you see was a car crash into one and crash, and it goes out and blinks out. It was all cartoon and animated, but it was really cool. And I like when production companies kind of mess with their logos to fit the narrative of what you're about to watch. That's just always fun. And so I thought it was a really cool, lighthearted way to jump right into the movie. Um, I had read in the trades that, some people were a little and said it wasn't exactly accurate, and how they formed songs or did this and did that. And then anyway, the bottom line is, it's really probably hard when you're doing a biopic film or a biopic on subject matter like this, and then you're getting the perspectives, because it was two of the band members from Queen were executive producers and helped with the storyline and all that. You're going to have their perspectives, and because Freddie's not here, you're not going to get Freddie's perspective, but you're going to get the best Freddie perspective you can get, seen through everyone else's eyes. So I think if you go into it and you just enjoy it, it will tug at your heartstrings. There are going to be moments where your hair is going to stand up on your arm like I did, or you'll get a lump in your throat because you feel really sad, because it does cover everything that went on pretty much within the life of Freddie Mercury and the band Queen. And I think, overall, it's just a crowd-pleasing movie, because, we need movies like this to help inspire us and to help us understand where the music came from. But also, it's just, it it brings awareness to like AIDS and HIV that still hasn't gone away, and the pitfalls of just music, a career where your bandmates don't get along, and then sometimes you get along and it's beautiful, and then other times it just you know these are all real elements, and a lot of people aren't exposed to all this kind of stuff. People just go out and buy the music and then see a performer on stage, and then that's what they have as far as the vision and as far as like their perspective without really knowing all the backstory. And so I think they did a great job overall. I highly recommend this movie, especially if you're a Queen fan, just because to see how they reenacted some of the events, like the Live Aid event, was fantastic. I mean, I had watched on YouTube the Live Aid footage, and they choreographed it exactly the way it was in real life, and almost to the T. Every little thing that Rami Malek did was just perfect. I mean, you'll love this film. So it's rated PG-13 because there's some stuff in it that's, it deals with sex, drugs, and rock and roll, basically. There wasn't any nudity in the film. It was just mostly like strongly implied stuff. I think this movie's great for teenagers and up, and especially because of the heavy subject matter. But it's really seemed like the movie overall was a celebration. So I give it 2 thumbs up or 5 stars, however you want to grade that. But anyway, so that's my thoughts on Bohemian Rhapsody. If you like this video, you can like it, share it, comment. Let's talk about it below. If you've seen the movie, what are your thoughts on the film? And subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next video.